This time is different. At least that's what they keep telling us. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bobbin Line for Sunday, the 21st of January, and it's 2024. And of course, listen, we keep hearing the headlines are out there. This time is different. This time is different. Nothing matters anymore. As they continue to feed the line of bullshit that we continue to get told to us by, of course, our executives, between the Fed and the government and all their nonsense garbage. As layoffs continue to rise, we now have Ford stopping production on the F-150 Lightning, laying off 1,500 people. Wayfair laying off 1,500 people. Sports Illustrated, LA Times, Google, Amazon, Meta. Okay. I mean, again, everything is fine. Don't pay attention to what's going on here because everything is great. Just listen to Bidenomics. They keep telling you how good everything is. But if you're among those that make, let's say, under $150,000 a year, not so good. Okay. Existing home sales at the lowest level on record. Okay. Consumer confidence, very high. Interesting. Okay. Inflation soaring. But hey, they keep telling me everything's okay. It's going to be okay. As we continue to see EV production cut because it's a bullshit program. Okay. Again, look, if you're a believer in climate change, which I happen not to be, but it doesn't matter. Okay. If you are, there's a lot of things that have to be fixed before we have to spend all of our tax dollars to line the pockets of these lobbyists and politicians, okay, for a program that's never going to work anyways. Okay, what do you think? Okay, it can't work until they fix the infrastructure. And you think you're going to control the environment when China and India are going to continue to burn all coal, and they represent over 40% of the world. Okay, and let's talk about how good the jobs are. And to my buddy out there who keeps complaining that my numbers aren't accurate, my numbers are accurate. Okay, 63% of the jobs that were created in 2023 were special interest or government jobs. That is not how we build an economy. Okay, by creating more service jobs. Okay, we create an economy by growing a country on growth, but we're not growing in that direction. Okay, we're allowing to continue to let our freedom and our power be taken away from us. Okay, New York City manufacturing plunging. Okay, so yeah, let's replace good paying jobs with lousy jobs. That's always something good to say. Okay, and of course, this whole rally being built on the hope of rate cuts. Listen, rate cuts aren't coming so fast, and I would bet you, okay, that the rate cuts, when they do come, if they come this year, are going to come right before the election because they're out to sabotage Trump. And again, like Trump or don't like Trump, the country ran better under him. We never had this much racism. We never had this much hatred. We never had this much dissension. And we didn't have this ridiculous amount of inflation that continues to go higher as much as they tell us that it's lower. I mean, is it lower for you? Look, again, I urge you all to go look in your own bank book, to look in your own spending. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? I get emails all the time of people telling me they can't make it anymore. Okay. I see things that I buy are up 120% from 2 years ago. Okay. So again, yeah, there things may be doing great for those of you who got it, but for those who don't, not so good. Okay. I mean, you think that you have all of these layoffs? Where are these people going to go to work? What's going to happen? Okay. I think that you have a struggle in manufacturing, yet we continue to fund Ukraine. And of course, Zelensky's got only a $35 million estate in Florida. Oh, gee, I wonder where that money came from. We have $2 billion in subsidies to build these EV stations. Okay. How many have they built so far? Oh, two for $2 billion. Not bad. Okay. I'll build 4. Give me the $2 billion. It's such a ridiculous fact of what they're doing with our money and basically throwing it in the toilet. Okay. And yet we continue to say, oh, everything is great. Bidenomics sucks. Okay. Bidenomics has done nothing for this country. It's done nothing for you. It has helped the wealthy get a lot wealthier. It has helped them inflate their asset classes, but it has not helped you from a recessionary standpoint or any other point. Okay. So we can continue to ignore, which is what's going to happen. Everybody's going to ignore it until it is too late. Okay. We've got banks that are so far over leveraged, but everybody says how good the banks are, what great shape they are. If the banks are in such great shape, why are they lining up at the emergency lending window? Okay. That's my only question to you. If the banks are in such good shape, why is there a massive line at the emergency lending window? Okay. If banks are in such great shape, why are they laying off? Why is Warren Buffett telling Citigroup to keep cutting down on expenses? Okay. Again, we can go through all of this you want, but the end of the real facts of the matter come back to this. Okay. Look into your own spending and you tell me. Okay. Are you living good? I'm happy for you. Okay. Are you struggling? That would be, for the most part, the people that I would see that you are struggling. Okay. Because, of course, the cost of goods and services has gotten so high and so far out of hand because, as they call it, the hidden tax of inflation has really tortured the American middle class. And I think that we've got, not only do we have more layoffs coming, not only are we getting not good numbers, reliable numbers, but you tell me, has inflation dropped? Are you paying less for goods and services? I find it hard to believe. But again, I'm not going to tell anybody what to believe. I'm going to give you my opinion, and I'm going to tell you that I don't see it. And if you do, good for you. But as far as the environment, with China and India continue to burn coal, and everybody else not caring, and now with China trying to bust out their middle class, how do you think that Chinese stock market getting clobbered right now, and their real estate market collapsing? Do you think that the oligarchs there really give a shit? Okay, this is done as part of a plan to put the middle class people back in their place. Okay, again, if you know anything about their economy, you know that they don't want anybody to get too successful. So again, the greatest place for human rights in the world, of course, according to the NBA and the actors, it's the greatest place there is. Oh, because they get all the money from them. But hey, you believe what you want to believe, but I'll give you facts, okay, along with my opinion. And the facts are very simple. The numbers that we get are not good. The jobs that are created are not good. And the direction of this country is not good. Okay. We still have time. And I'm still a believer in America, but it's getting scary. And again, with all the power we're giving up and giving up our freedom and letting Supreme Courts make rulings on taking people off ballots, bringing in a digital currency, and doing all these other things, they ain't for your benefit. And you'll hear more about this in my commentary. This is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Sunday, the 21st of January, 2024. We're going to step out of a break. We'll be right back with more of Bubba's Bottom Line. Well, kids, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good start to the year. And of course, we just did a webinar for one of our sponsors, Wealth Charts, a great company, great place to be. But that is one of our sponsors, Wealth Charts. And of course, remember, trade your brokerage, $10 a month commission. How can you beat it? Okay. And a capital trading group for commodities and futures. Here, bottom line is very simple. Okay. Our sponsors are people that I use. I have other brokers. I have other places to use platforms from, but the sponsors I give you are the ones that I believe are the best for everyone. I am using them predominantly for 90% of what I do. But in the meantime, if you want to check out Trade Your Brokerage, info, it's try.trader.com/Bubba. And of course, Capital Trading Group, info.capitaltradinggroup.com/Bubba. And of course, our high school program, which is back in business and back up and running. If you want to help us out, great. Everything's on the website on the right or on the bottom. In the meantime, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line and, of course, our market report for this day, the 21st of January. Welcome back. This is Bubba's Bottom Line, Top Bubba Horowitz. And, of course, every week we give you our market report and our positions. And, of course, there's a few changes if you haven't noticed. during the day, not during the day, but we may have a net position which goes in a certain direction, but we don't always give you, again, we're not always in that exact position. But so all I can give you today before Monday's update is the direction of where we're going, okay, of what we would be in. And again, we've made some adjustments which have worked out extremely well, okay. And of course, but I will give you the overall trend, okay, as we look. And of course, as we look at the U.S. dollar, we no longer trade the dollar. And again, it has nothing to do with the dollar itself. It has everything to do with the cost of trading it with NYMEX or COMEX, whichever crap exchange that trades at. They want to charge too much. But the dollar, we would be long. Okay, and the dollar had a nice up week for the week. The euro currency, which we are short. Okay, and again, that has rotated during the week, but the net position is short for now. Okay, Bitcoin is waffling back and forth, but we would be short it here. The trend is down. Okay, in the bonds and notes, the trend continues to be lower. Okay, and again, that speaks to, I believe, that higher interest rates are coming, and we will continue to believe that and bang that drum, because again, if the Fed is telling it is factual, okay, with the supposed strength of the economy, there is no way they can cut rates. So again, cutting rates is a sign of weakness, and I guess the emergency lending rate could be a problem, okay, which could force that. But again, overall, there is no way that they can cut rates unless it's just for a reason, okay, like to sabotage Trump in the election. But we'll see, okay. But the whole rally was built on that. In the meantime, bonds and notes continue to get pounded, okay, which means interest rates are going higher. The precious metals, gold, silver, okay, we are short both gold and silver. And again, I'm a big believer, but they've been under some pressure recently, along with platinum. Platinum we'd also be short, but we don't trade anymore because there's not enough liquidity. Copper, we are short as well. And again, in the natural gas, we're short. Crude oil, we are short. Okay. And now crude is making some move, and it could get ready to be making a change. But in the meantime, we are short for the moment. In the grain markets, we are short across the board, and it's really tragic that they keep getting hammered. Okay, they just can't seem to hold on to a rally. So, hey, whatever it is, that's the trend. They're short. Cattle, which we don't trade anymore, but we would be short cattle, and we would be long hogs. Okay, in the softs, okay, cocoa, we're long. Sugar, we're long. Excuse me, I apologize. Sugar, we're short. No, sugar, we're long. I was right. I was right in the first place. Okay. The cotton, we're going to be long. Coffee, we're short. And OJ, we're short. Okay. And of course, in the major indexes, we're short the Dow, we're short the Russell, we're long the NASDAQ, we're long the S&P. So we're kind of split. The markets are kind of on this edge side of point of, are they going to break down? Or are they going to break out to the upside again? My guess is, based on looking at everything, you're probably going to break out to the upside again, I would suspect. Again, remember one thing, it's one thing to have an opinion. It's one thing to recognize what's going on in the economy, but that does not necessarily correlate with what's happening in the market. Okay, because they're separate entities. At some point, they will have to come together, but it doesn't have to be today. So the equities, there's so many warning signs in the equity markets, but it doesn't matter, because basically they've gone up and we're near all-time new highs. So you can't fight that. You got to let it trade out. Okay, you can't be short. Basically, either follow or sit it out. But in the meantime, again, this time is different. It's never different. There is a collapse coming, but it could be a year from now. Again, there's no way to predict that. That's why you have to watch the short-term charts. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line, Todd Bubba Horowitz. We're going to step out here for our final break and come back with my commentary and, of course, football. Well, kids, what's up? And, of course, I'm not going to go through the whole speech with our sponsors, but our sponsors are phenomenal. Capital Trading Group for futures and commodities. Trade your brokerage for equities and options at $10 a month. Unbelievable. Wealth Charts is a platform, as an educator, as a lot of things. And, of course, our high school program. Check them out. Scrolling on the sides or on the bottom. Check it out for yourself. Again, you don't have to do anything. I use them myself. I do have other brokers, But again, it's up to you. Check it out and listen. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Okay. In the meantime, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line with me, Todd Bubba Horwitz, and my commentary. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Todd Bubba Horwitz. And of course, I'll tell you something. There is talk, of course, that we might have coming soon to a theater near you a digital kill switch. Okay. Think about that for a minute. A digital kill switch. Okay. And that would be how tyrannical governments can shut down the internet, shut you down whenever they want. And if you don't think that's a concern, I think you're making a mistake. I think you better be concerned. I think you better think about it because I think it's here. Okay. Again, it goes along with the digital dollar. Remember, Uncle Sam, everybody, wherever you live in the world, your government is watching you. Okay. And they're taking away your privacy, they're taking away your freedom, and they have the ability to shut you down. Okay. With what they call a digital kill switch. Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's here yet, but I'm telling you, if it's not here, they will have it soon. But I would suspect that we haven't heard about it, but I suspect that they have the ability to do so. But if you just think back over the last couple of years and the freedoms that we've given up, okay, the things that the scam of COVID, the scam of everything else, and suddenly now we start to hear about the digital currency that's almost ready to be popped, and of course the digital kill switches. Hey, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm just telling you what I heard. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line, and of course it is Sunday, and of course there's football tonight or today, this afternoon, depending where you live, this afternoon or tonight. Okay, and of course we like today Tampa Bay +6. And we like today the Buffalo Bills -2.5. In the meantime, have a great weekend, everybody. I thank you as always for being a part of the show. We'll see you back here tomorrow with Bubba's Day Update. And of course, next Sunday with Bubba's Bottom Line. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you later.